Hey everybody, it's Kelly, and today I'm working on using up some of my Cheeky Studio product. I had quite a bit left over still from my September kit, and I wanted to work on that. I do absolutely love this paper with this floral in the center, so that is one of the things I definitely want to use. I'm just going to use this black and white polka dot tissue paper, and that's some of the packaging that Tuesday wraps things in, so I always save it because I like to use it on my photographs here. So what I'll do is I will use my used my tiny attacher to just staple it together so that it stays together while I cut it, and then I'm just going to trim it to a width that I like here. And again, I don't know what package that came from. She changes it depending on what she's packaging. So now I'm thinking about using this paper like underneath, but I do really like that aqua paper there with this. Thinking about using paper layers here, but I'm not loving how that's going to look with how the floral cluster is there in the bottom. And then I flip it over and I really like how that looks there with the splatter paper at the top, and then I saw that border, and that gives me an idea. And I love how this turns out. See how that border brings in the aqua and then some pink there? And the two colors of the paper are very close, but they're not exact. So that border helps break it up, and it then kind of makes some sense. And it looks like I kind of splattered the paper, even though I really didn't do a thing. So that background paper, the floral background paper with the journaling lines, is the Wildflowers, Cheeky Studio Wildflowers #1 paper that was in the September kit. It's an exclusive, as is this splatter paper, which is the Cheeky Studio Wildflowers #10 from the September kit. I'm not sure. The first paper is the #1 and the second one's the #10. I'm not sure I said that right. This border strip is from the Amy Tangerine Shine On Blooms paper, which was in the August kit. And then I remembered that I had wanted to mount my photo on this paper here, which is the Amy Tangerine Shine On Remember paper. And I'm just going to make that have a very, very thin border. And then I'll just add, fortunately I didn't rip the tissue paper, not that there wasn't a ton of it, and I could have just recut it. All right, so loving how that looks sitting there, how it relates. I do like that little sticker there that says enjoy the little things. This layout is about a Palmier. I'm not quite exactly sure. I'm just starting to study French. I'm thinking about going in a couple of years, so it's not a language I'm familiar with at all. I speak some Spanish. I had a lot in high school. I come from a Hispanic family, and so definitely can speak some Spanish, but un poquito español. So just a little bit for those of you that don't speak Spanish. I grabbed my Wildflowers #5 ephemera here, and I'm just going to add them in, and I added them into that flat cluster on the bottom of the paper just to kind of bring it into the foreground a little bit and to give that dimension. And then I'm going to just add some of the flowers up here on the corner of the photo. I used a floral cluster, and then I'm going to use some individual flowers as well up here. Those ephemera packs, by the way, guys, are so full of ephemera. If you don't, any of them, it doesn't matter whether it's wildflowers or any of the other things that Tuesday has given us. Some of them I've bought, some of them have been part of design team things for me. And I think she's making another one, not to give too many secrets away, but it might be out by the time you see this. All right, so I took that phrase sticker from the Vicky Boutin Mixed Media stickers that came in July kit, and that says enjoy the little things. So now I'm going to get down that cluster, floral cluster up there. And then I'll add some foam tape behind this flower here just to give that a little bit of dimension, and I added it behind the yellow flower in the bottom cluster as well. Just so everything wasn't completely flat. And then I don't know what made me think of this, but I decided I wanted to add another flower down there, and I like that because again, that's a little bit more dimension. Now, my tissue paper layers here were separating, so I wanted to just get them glued down a little bit more. The ends are very free, but I wanted to glue them a little bit more towards the edge there. So I found this sticker here that says "You're my favorite," and I'm trying to figure out where to put that. I decided eventually to just put it on the bottom of the photo by my Palmier there. It's a little bit of a story about how we went to a farmer's market in Arizona where my mom lives, and this French bakery from a city near her comes to this farmer's market and opens up a pop-up in a vacant store for lunch, and it was awesome. I had just eaten breakfast not too soon before this. Everybody else had lunch. I just had the Palmier as an extra little something. I added another one of those Vicky Bouton stickers from the mixed media stickers, and then another one of the wildflowers pieces up there. Into the top left. That whole top felt a little naked to me. So now I'm going to play around with this Fitzgerald alphabet, and it's from Chamel's Starshine collection. You can do Fitzgerald. I think she has it in black, this aqua, and gold, if I remember correctly. She's used it in a couple of different collections. It's one of my favorites because it's so thin. So I thought that was like too shoved together, so I'm bringing it back apart again. It's so thin that it's not weighty enough for me. And it's still looking a little lonely there. So I was thinking about putting like another flower there, but I didn't like it there, but I do like it in that cluster. So I'm going to add it in there again, just another layer of dimension. Trying to figure out what to do here. So now I'm going on a search to figure out how to say a palmier. I think it's palmier, but again, I don't speak French very well. And I'm doing it with Duolingo, and they're not really good about helping you understand when you use certain forms of and the. So this may be completely incorrect, but I used UN for I think. So if that's incorrect and you speak French, let me know, because I can add an E in there if I need to. These don't stick down all that tightly. And if it's wrong, nobody else in my family speaks French anyway, so they won't know. But I don't want it to be incorrect if it's incorrect. So there we go. So I'm going to play with this just a little bit to get it down properly. All right, so I'm just playing around a little here. I am going to, at the end of this, you're not going to see this, I'm going to add some enamel dots from Kaiser Craft. They're pearls actually into this layout. They're not shiny pearls though. I had wanted to add them and forgot, and I used up the entire package, and that's why I wanted to use them, because I thought the addition of some black dots here would really help. So I did that, and then I'm going to add that little asterisk down in that cluster knot right there. I'm going to play around a little bit here with, and maybe adding some other things. The dots in here in this alphabet are square, not round, so I didn't particularly like those. Just thinking maybe I can add some other stickers here. So I'm going to go down and place the What a Great Day stickers, and I'm going to do this and not like it. Too many words and in a different color, didn't love it. So I'm going to take those back up, and I won't put those on anywhere. All right, guys, I'm just about done here. There is a still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.